반갑습니다, 부장님.
welcome to the our center.
초대해 주셔서 대단히 감사합니다.
어서오세요.
네, this is my father-in-law.
Nice to meet you.
And our family friend, Dr. Kang. 네. 네, 반갑습니다. 최준입니다. 네.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
네.
최준입니다.
네, nice to meet you.
주셔서 대단히 감사합니다.
네, 정말해요. 들으세요.
그 나보다 더 좋고. 나보다 더 듣고 왔어. 야, 이게 지금 문화회관으로 들어가는 홀이고요.
네.
이게 좀 우리나라의 고유한 장식품 좀 여기서 해가지고 지금 좀 모아둔 게 있고요. 그래서 이 장식품들이 다른 군데에서 많이 불려갑니다.
Yeah, you have the original Korean pottery and fan. Very nice.
그리고
문화 센터 언제 시작했어요?
about 9 years ago.
9 years ago.
Next year will be a 10 year. So
What
we
was 10 years a big celebration?
we are going to have we are planning to have a big ceremony.
What was the inspiration?
Well,
What started it all?
well, I think that it has been taken years before we bought the center. The Korean American community, they have collected all the money,
네.
and that took place about almost 20 years ago.
Oh,
And
really?
10 years later, and some that the Korean influenced people, they decided to purchase
I see.
this one. So this center was purchased about 9 years ago.
I see.
So since that time on, then financially it is not independent at present time. So we have to pay the mortgage, also operating the expenses, also that's very high.
네.
So we have been doing yearly the fundraising,
네.
the activities. Also, we like to have some big grant,
네.
but that has not been successful. Also, we have many activities going on. So we like to have that activities, and we have been applying for some big organizations for
Foundation
grant
or
and
corporate
foundation.
grant.
But
Okay.
so far, it's not quite that successful.
네.
So we keep on trying.
네.
Yeah, this is what we call the Sejong Hall. This is the biggest hall here. So we have some activities.
After Kim Sejong.
No. Sejong, the great Sejong in Korea. King
I
Sejong.
said after King. Right?
Yeah, King Sejong.
Sejong.
Yeah, I saw that you said King Sejong. King Sejong. Yes. So I think that we need to have a more spacious the room.
네.
So if we have some money, then we like to renovate this room. 조금 이따가 얘기하면 이따 쳐. 우리 김호 회장님.
아, 네. 반갑습니다. 와 주셔서 대단히 감사합니다. 우리 my father-in-law and our family friends, Dr. Kang.
What's the piece?
So this is your main.
Yeah, this is
Office?
yeah, for the cultural center.
I see. So you have a lot of volunteers that help.
Yeah, we have some
and
volunteers.
Paid staff too.
No, we don't have paid staff.
All volunteer driven.
All volunteers.
Wow, very nice. 열심히 하죠.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
We have to work
a
hard.
lot of sacrifice.
And money-wise and time-wise. So this is the Korean community office.
네.
This one is closed.
Oh, I see.
So,
You mean is this the local 한인회?
yeah, local Hanyu.
This is the 한인회
Hanyu
office. I see.
So they are doing a consulate service,
네.
so passport,
Immigration.
immigration
service.
services.
I see.
So this year I think they have done on 2 occasions.
I see.
So it was very successful. One time it was more than 150, more than 150. The next time, maybe about 100 people.
I see.
Yeah.
So you have a classroom here,
Yeah,
which also is a reception.
Yeah, also this is the classroom for the drawing.
So Korean art.
Yeah, drawing for the. She is specialized in psychological drawing in Korea.
Yeah.
So she graduated from the Hanin University, which is a very famous school for drawings, an art school. So she is a graduate, and she has some students. So she's teaching.
Very nice. You have a kitchen.
Yeah, this is a kitchen. They are preparing food.
대단히 감사합니다.
네.
열심히 하죠.
아니 여기 와서 수고하시는.
네, 아주 수고해요.
Yeah, this is our library. 정리를 해야 되는데 지금 정리를 좀 못하고 있습니다. 이책 창고에.
And what type of books are you focused on? Is it
That's the Korean novels.
is it history? Is it
history?
cult? Is it
The novels.
famous
history.
novels?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Now, did this used to be a Lions Club?
Also, Lions Club. They keep that their what is that? Those things.
Their
here.
sign, yeah.
Also, yeah, they also have.
They meet here, the Lions Club, okay.
Lions Club, yeah.
So you have other organizations.
Yeah,
spent-
yeah, Lions Club, Korean Cultural Center,
Yeah.
and the Korean community
I see.
here. So there are
We're
other.
we're also doing a similar effort in central New Jersey, the Princeton area. They're a group of very nice people, accomplished business people and doctors and lawyers. They're raising money. They just purchased a piece of land to build a community center. So they're attempting to do, I think, a very similar thing. It's focused on education, like a JCC, like a Jewish community center, focused on young people. They're going to teach Korean language. They're going to have computer courses, and but it becomes a lot of the center of our community are largely still the churches.
That's correct.
And this is a little different in that they want to build a non-religious community center that really everyone of all backgrounds, all faiths can participate in.
Yeah, that's the main purpose of having this cultural center.
Yeah.
Regardless of that, their churches,
Yes.
or Catholic churches, so everybody can.
Catholics
here.
can come to
Yeah.
with Protestants, and maybe if they married a Jew or
non-religious.
or Buddhist.
Yeah, Buddhist,
we have a
yeah.
lot of Buddhists in our society.
Yeah.
So instead of building a temple, they have a non-denominational, non-religious community center.
So we had programs going on here, English as a second language, and what was that? And the cultural programs, computer programs.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, we started, but as time goes on, there are not many.
Yeah.
The students or the people
Yeah.
interested in those activities. So those programs have died.
Oh, I see.
So some way we need to find ways
Yeah.
how to mobilize some people who need for computer class or
Yeah.
some classes. So that's very
Well,
difficult.
in the year 2000, so 11 years ago, we started a leadership development organization focused on public service. So we did a college internship. The first program was a college internship program. We took some of the most promising young college students, and as opposed to, they have to find a summer job, as opposed to in New York, a lot of it is in finance and law. We said, we'll pay you a similar amount. So we raised the money privately. we'll pay you a similar amount and go through a similar program, but this time you're going to support a nonprofit, or you can work for a government agency, or you can do pro bono lawyers, legal services, and they can choose. They choose based on their interest. We pay them a stipend that summer, and then we also do leadership training activities throughout the week. So it was an intensive 8 to 10 week program,
That was
and we helped
amazing.
we started the organization in 2000. The first summer program started 2001. Now we're completing our 11th year of that, and then we branched out to do postgraduate. So I think and I'm guessing even in the Detroit area, one of the biggest needs is young leadership development.
Yeah, that is very much needed. So that is just for the second generation or third generation of Korean Americans, or?
Yes, our
Okay,
focus
okay.
was that,
Okay.
and we had one foundation who started, who helped back us financially, and then we brought many leaders like you, successful doctors, psychiatrists, and professionals help us with fundraising, and the younger generation ran the programs. So people like me in the 30s and 40s help guide the programs for the kids who are now 20, 21 through the late 20s.
Yeah, that's what we have been thinking about, because our generation, most of the people involved in this cultural program is sort of, I would say, should be retired from these activities. Then we support in the back. Then the next generation, in their 50s, in their 40s, they have to run the program. I'm not talking about your generation, but that generation's enthusiasm and interest.
But what we found is the most stable way of doing it is to raise enough money and hire a full-time professional, and then part-time people paid.
Yes.
And then there's we have hundreds of volunteers supporting them. And that's the most stable, and it also makes your life easier. And it doesn't put too much pressure on one person or one group.
Yeah, so that's why there's someone who is sort of in charge of running this program for 1 year, 2 years. So they got burned out.
Exactly, and then they left.
They left.
So I was the chair from the beginning, so from 2000 of the board of directors, 2003. And then I served on the board until 2007, but after I was elected mayor, it was just too much. So after a 8-year commitment, I handed it to the younger folks for them to continue. But we still support them from, not day to day, but occasionally.
So we need to have money.
Money is always a big part
to hire the full-time,
Yes.
one full-time staff.
Yes.
So then, we need to pay, I don't know, 30 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand at least.
Yes.
Just for the one full-time staff.
Right. Plus the building,
operational
costs, then you need a budget for the
budget for
programs.
programs
Yes.
and the other. It's tight. So that's why we are not able
I see.
to hire, afford the full-time staff.
You can get an anchor investor. If you focus on raising the money for the full-time staff, and the full-time staff, part of responsibility is to fundraising. They could apply for a lot of different grants, and the grants can fund the programs.
Yeah, that's what we have been doing it, but we have not paying
You have to
much
get
effort
I see.
to get the grant. So we have applied, but not quite successful.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work. I didn't know that. But now
Much harder than people think.
Yeah, this is Jun Choi.
반갑습니다.
Who was
네.
the mayor of the Edison City in New
네.
Jersey.
와 주셔서 대단히 감사합니다.
안녕하세요.
My father-in-law, Dr. Lee, and our family, friends, Dr. Kang.
예, 반갑습니다.